quick review, you've done two-handed swing and goblet squat, and then the assisted clean using two hands to get the kettlebell into the chest, keeping the forearm vertical, and then you did the static hold where you're rotating without the kettlebell moving. Then you did the clean. So now from here, you clean the kettlebell to your chest. We're going to go overhead with the press. In the press, you want the kettlebell to go straight overhead so that in the overhead position, the kettlebell is vertically aligned over your stance. Keep the arm close to your head so the kettlebell does not drift out to the side. And now you're just going to make a slow circle a couple of times clockwise. And as you do, the kettlebell's not moving and your arm's not moving. Reverse directions. This is a test to make sure you have the right alignment. So your arm is fully extended, your bicep is next to your ear, and your thumb is facing the back of the room. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So you have the kettlebell toward the midline of the body, bring it directly overhead, elbow fully extended, your biceps next to your ear so that the kettlebell is vertically over your stance. Your thumb is facing the back of the room, and as you make some slow circles clockwise and counterclockwise, the kettlebell is not moving and your arm is not moving. So that's the overhead static position. And you want to develop the confidence to be able to stay with the kettlebell held overhead. Now from here, we'll go into the dynamic movement of the press. You clean the kettlebell to your chest. Now, before you bring it overhead, you're going to first compress downward to create the up. So you compress downward, now you push it up. And as you're lowering the kettlebell down, you don't move your arm forward. Rather, the kettlebell comes straight down and you move your head and shoulders back slightly. So you give the right of way to the kettlebell. So move your head and shoulders back and just drop your elbow back down to your pelvis, the same as you are in the clean position. You're breathing. You're going to exhale, and then as you press up, so you exhale as it comes down, exhale, press up, take one breath in the top position, and then exhale as it falls. So you can do 4 breaths in the press. So it's straight up and straight down. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, and that's what you want to do in the press. So it's very efficient with no wasted movement. Now, once you have done the press, you're going to do what's called the push press. So the press is using your upper body. In the push press, you're using the legs to initiate the movement. So you're going to do a very slight squatting movement just to activate the quad muscles. This is called a half squat. So you're just slightly bending the knees to engage the quads. The down and the up is done as one. So it's not down 1, up 2. It's down, up is 1. Down, up is 1. What we're doing here, this is called the bump. So we're learning to use the legs and then a rapid extension of the legs and torso to create an upward bumping movement. That bump gets the kettlebell moving, and then as the kettlebell is moving, you just extend and complete the movement with your tricep. So this is a push press. And you see that the push press uses a more dynamic leg action. This will allow you to go faster as well as handle heavier loads. And you can also do more repetitions because the legs are stronger than the arms. On the other side, see that the kettlebell is along the midline of the body, not out to the side. So you're going to do a half squat and then a rapid extension, bumping, using your legs and torso to initiate the movement. From the bump, you allow the kettlebell to go up and fully extend your arm overhead into the push press. The breathing is going to be like the press, so 4 breaths for 1 repetition. If at any point you get tired, you can just stay in the top position, hold statically, and take 1 or 2 recovery breaths. So again, it's very rhythmic, straight line, point A to point B. And that's the push press. Great job following me through the exercises. Today, we practice the press, the push press, and also learn how to